Hello my little fruit nut bars, we're able to have a look at the E100 from Cobi. This is a 1:28 scale tank. It is absolutely huge. Set number, I can't remember, we have to have a look at the bit before, but let's get into the speed build and let's go from here. It's everyone's fun part, the speed build, try and stay awake. I'm going to give you some info about the E100, or the Panzerkampfwagen E100. It was a German super heavy tank designed towards the end of World War II. And the E in the E100 is the, ready for it, Entwicklung series, which is an attempt to standardise tanks to make them cheaper and simpler to build. You had the E10, the E25, the E50, the E75, and then this tank, the E100. Now, the E10 was to replace the Panzer 38T, which was codenamed the Hetzer. The E25 was the Panzer III and Panzer IV. The E50 was the Panther and Tiger. The E75 was the Tiger II and Jagdtiger. And the E100 was kind of, to simplify, the Tiger Mouse. Now this tank was developed in parallel with the Porsche Mouse in 1943. It was the heaviest of the E-series vehicles, and in March 1944 the older company submitted the blueprints for the E100. Now, according to the blueprints, the tank would be armed with a 150mm gun and a 75mm gun. And there were two engines that they were possibly going to use. One was a 700 horsepower Maybach, borrowed from the Tiger II. Another one was a 1200 brake horsepower Maybach engine, which I think is used in an AMX tank, if memory serves me right, from the French. The tank had removable skirts because it was so big and heavy to be transported on rail. And in 1944, the project of the super heavy tanks was shelved, and only 3 employees at Alder worked on this project. The prototype was never completed, and it was found by the American forces in 1945. The partial completed vehicle, if I can speak properly, was taken by the British Army for evaluation, and we scrapped it. Probably got a bit of money out of that, and of course it was taken by us. No, put in the British Museum probably, that's me banned. Key stats for this tank: 123 tons, so very heavy tank. It was 11 meters long and 4.5 meters wide, so very big. It had 6 crew on this tank, and it had varying armor on it from 200mm at the front to 40mm at the top. And if it had the engine it supposedly had, it had a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour in theory. So pretty quick for the size of it. But that's a little bit of history of the tank, and now we have a little look at the model itself. Well done for making it this far. Here we have it built. Look at the size of that. That's what she said. I'm going to say that pretty much in every video, aren't I? Yeah, repetitive jokes. Minifigure and a little stand. Let's have a look at those in detail first. Plonk this big boy over there. Look at the little plaque. There we go. Wrong way. Donut. E100. Very nice little plaque, as usual with these tanks. And then there's a minifigure. Other way. Get too far. Come back. Come on. There we go. So this is the minifigure. Some nice printing on him. He's got an angry expression on his face. Big old scar going down his face there. And he's got a hat. And the removable legs, removable boots, all the usual gump for the Cobi figures. Some nice printing on the back there. Looks really nice. I especially like the legs here. I like the camo on his legs. That was really cool. Very nice indeed. The printing on these is getting very good. Now let's have a look at the big tank itself, shall we? So here she is, or he is, or whatever. I don't know what gender it is. It's a tank. But anyway, massive. Nice movability in the turret. You can see the 2 cannons there. Spins all the way around nice and easily. And this one runs beautifully backwards and forwards without any issues whatsoever. The tracks are really nice. There is some details inside which we'll have a look at a second. Pop that off. We'll have a look inside the turret. So there's space for 2 in here. You can see the gun details. The turret's actually falling off. I better put that back on. There you go. Just give that a bit of a push. Up and down it goes. There's some shell detailing in there. Loads of cool room for your minifigures to go in there in the turret area. Very nice. So you'll have your gunner and your loader in there. Nice detailing. See, pop him in. He goes in there quite nicely. I'm not sure you get the lid on there of him though. Is his head popping up? I think his head will pop out of there. Very nice. Pop the lid back on, just push it down, job done. Couple of studs holding that on. Turn the turret sideways to get the detailing of the engine. So we've got the engine bay here, just lift this off. Here's all the engine detailing there. There's a couple of fans there. This must be the Maybach engine in there, which you can take out with a little bit of persuasion. We'll do that in a second. It is a little bit tight in there. I'm not going to say it, but very nice engine bay. And on the front we have some detailing. You just pull this little bit up. It does come off sometimes, and you can get your finger in there. And then we have the driver's position in the front here. Let's have a look at the, let's see, it's come off, but we can pop it back on nice and easy. Don't take 2 seconds to put that on. There we go. Even with my sausage fingers. There we go. There's the kind of driver's area. Looks really nice in there. You can say you can get your minifigure in there if you want to. There's a little seat, some piping and stuff. We'll get the minifigure. We'll chuck him in there. See if he fits in. Get your hand out of the way. There we go. He fits in. Again, I'm not sure you can get the lid back on, but you can have his head poking out one of the little kind of viewing hatches, as they're called. Now the engine does come out. There we go. I've got him out. So you've got this cool engine with loads of detailing in there. This is going to be an absolute nightmare to put back in. I'll try it now. Yeah, it's tight as a tiger down there, so we're not going to get that in. But all in all, the tank has loads of detailing on it. It's a huge tank. The scale is 1:28, so you're going to need plenty of display space for this tank. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. It was quite an interesting build. It looks great. The smoothing off of it's awesome. I mean, this was never actually built in real life, this tank, only a chassis, I think. So, you know, they've had to go from the blueprints. But if this is what it would look like in real life, a little bit's fallen off there. As usual, guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you're going to get this tank yourself, or you even have it, or do you think it's ridiculously too big. Cheers, bye-bye.